What's up, team? As always, hope you're having a fantastic day. I know today is a bit of a different angle. That's because my office right now is super messy. You can kind of tell from this area, but that's not the worst. And that's because my girlfriend and I just bought our first condo. So we've been really deep in boxes. My new home office is actually going to be much larger. So I'm going to make it more into like a whole studio space. It's going to be pretty exciting. And we're rebuilding the entire thing. So yeah, but right now I have to go back to making boxes, because we only have 7 days, but since I'm working Monday to Friday, I really have more like 2 days to get this done. So let's go back to boxes. All right, we're a few days later now. We've packed a lot more boxes. You can see, got boxes everywhere. It is really messy, but we're getting the keys tomorrow morning, so I think we're on time. The move isn't tomorrow, we're just grabbing the keys. The move is in a few more days because we have a lot of things to do at the apartment, or the condo, sorry. But yeah, boxes everywhere. The whole place is super messy. And you can see that the cats have been like eating the boxes, which is a bit annoying, but it is what it is. Oh, there's one right there. I don't know how they're going to handle the move, but hopefully it goes well. So we just got the keys to the condo about an hour ago, maybe 2 hours. And we ate lunch, but didn't get down on camera because it's important that we also enjoy these moments for ourselves. It's our first condo, so it's pretty cool to celebrate. Right now I'm alone because my girlfriend is still working. So I'm just going to give you a quick tour really quickly because I do have a lot of work to do today. The main feature here is this kind of large open area. We're going to have probably the living room is going to be over there, and dining kind of where I'm sitting, but we're not too sure yet. We also really love that we have this vestibule kind of mudroom thing. It's going to keep everything from, all the dust and stuff from going inside. Down the hallway over there is where my home office is. The walls aren't as yellow as they seem on camera. This looks horrendous on camera. It's not as bad in person, I'm telling you. And I'm going to repaint the whole thing. Actually, the whole condo is going to get repainted. That's why I'm here today. I'm here to prep all of the walls, make sure that there are no holes like these ones here, patch everything, and then sand the whole place down. Now, the first thing we knew we wanted to do was repaint the whole place. Thankfully, my girlfriend used to work as an interior designer, so she had really good design skills, and we decided to go with this dark green as an accent wall and keep all the rest white to really make the place brighter and feel more open. We're really thankful for all of our friends and family. They came in to help us. Another thing we really liked here was all the nice millwork that was on the walls. It's something we could have done ourselves, but we really liked it the way it was done here. And now with the last walls painted, it was time to move in all of our furniture as well as all the boxes. And of course, we also brought in our two little cats, Milo and Milo. They were kind of surprised, but I think that they'll get used to the place pretty well. As a creator, I do love to open boxes, but there were so many in there, it was a bit discouraging. And since we had already filled a few rooms with boxes, all the furniture was also stuck in here, which made it a bit hard to move around. But slowly placing things in the right spots really started to make this new condo feel like home, and we could start to finally see the different rooms really coming together. Alright, and now with everything completed, we've been living here for a few weeks, few months almost. Sometimes life gets in the way, and that happened, plus a bit of procrastination, but we've been really enjoying the new place. Our favorite part ever since we bought it has been this large open area. It was one of the big reasons why we bought it in the first place. We wanted to have that large open space where when we have friends over, plus it's just more fun to hang out in there. The person that we bought this from had the dining room over there, and we decided to move it here so that it felt more open, so you don't kind of walk into a couch. The glass table also really helps with that, of course, but it does come with challenges, especially when it comes to cleaning. And my girlfriend and I both agreed we'd like to change it, probably for a round table. Bringing in some nice wooden notes would be really cool as well. Now, because there is no ceiling light right now, we decided to buy these small lamps from Costco. I think they look pretty good here. And we also have a few lights here in the background, which means this space is always really cozy. And in the back, we have this nice brick wall. At least I find it's nice, but my girlfriend doesn't like it. And so we did put this piece of furniture in front, which comes from her grandmother. She really likes this piece. We use it to store our glassware as well as a few bottles of alcohol for when we're making cocktails with friends. Another nice thing about this place is the decently sized balcony. It's not massive by any means, but it's big enough to have a table as well as a nice barbecue. I really enjoy using the grill, especially. And up next in the open space is the living room. Decided to put it here so that when we were cooking, when we had friends over or family, they could sit around here and talk, and we could also talk with them instead of, sitting at the dining table, which isn't the coziest. And in terms of design, we really wanted to keep it as cozy as possible. We did not buy anything new since the moving was pretty expensive and we got some costs that we weren't expecting. But we do want to upgrade it. It will be for a next video. It will be really fun. Especially looking at the tech, it is quite old. We have an old Samsung TV. I have no idea what the model is, if I'm being honest. We got it for free from a family member when we first moved out of our parents' place, so like 3 years ago. But it does the job for now, but I really want to upgrade it now that we have a bit more money and that we did finally buy the condo, which was our big goal. And I'm kind of debating whether I want to have a TV here or something that's more discreet. Maybe like a Samsung frame TV, so it would be more discreet, or maybe something like a projector, although I don't know how that would look like with the dark wall on the back. This is definitely the room that we spend the most time in. Every evening we like to, come here, watch our series, play games, stuff like that. I've been really enjoying playing the Switch. They did come out with the new Switch 2. We haven't upgraded because we don't need it, honestly. I've been perfectly fine with this one. In terms of upgrade here, the first thing I want to upgrade is, like I said, the TV. Next up is going to be a better sound system. I think we could get something that's really high quality. And also, since it's an open space, even in the evenings while we're eating and listening to music with friends and stuff, it'd be cool to have a nice, good sound system. And now we do have this light here in the middle that my girlfriend and I both dislike. We do want to change it for something nicer, but honestly, we'd never use it. We always use the moody lights that are all around. And for that, we usually use our second Google Home that's here in the kitchen. And lastly, in the open space, the room that hosts two of my favorite things in the world, coffee and food, we have the kitchen. And this is a room that made us doubt a bit if we wanted to move into here when we first visited with our agent. But he did mention to us that the quality of materials was really good and that would help a lot with resale value. Plus, if we want to renovate, a lot of stuff here is actually good, like the quartz counters are nice and all the cabinets are really high quality, so we might be able to simply, but it doesn't look really modern. And there's a ton of storage, which is a huge upgrade from our last place. There was almost no storage. And I think there are a few quick wins to make this a bit more modern, like changing the light fixtures is going to be a big one. And we could probably just replace all the hardware and it would make a big difference. Now, I had talked about surprise costs, and one of the big ones was all of our appliances died at our last apartment like a month before we moved out. So that was really annoying. I had just signed the papers to buy this place. So we decided to just change everything. And we ended up going for LG. They're not a sponsor or anything. They just had a really good price to quality ratio. Plus there were really good deals when we went to buy ours. Now when it comes to the coffee machine, we're using the Barista Express by Breville. It's a really good kind of mid-entry level espresso machine. It does espressos, it grinds the beans, it does all of that. You get your steam one to make milk, We've been getting better at making latte art, but it's honestly always hit or miss. But we really like to make coffees for our friends when they come over. It's always something that they enjoy. And it sadly took a bit of a hit when we moved. The box wasn't closed properly, so it went straight through. But thankfully, it's only the casing for the grinder that was damaged, nothing else. So it's just like a $50 fix. Just have to do it. And next to the open space is where my girlfriend's home office is, and it's a really bright room. There's a ton of natural light that comes in here. There's no tree to block it. And recently we had done a full office makeover at our last apartment, and she kept all of those things here. So we still have this 72-inch bamboo standing desk, which looks great here. We have a grow-made desk shelf and a low-free keyboard and mouse combo, which I really like the look of. And it matches the overall aesthetic really well, having this light wood as well as the white. I think overall it's a really nice, cozy room that makes you feel productive whenever you're in here. And that's the goal of a home office, of course. And now we have this long hallway that separates the living area from all the rest of the condo. And in there we have a lot of storage, once again, that we didn't have in the past. We even have a laundry room, which was really cool for us. There's nothing much in there, it's just, laundry stuff as well as a bit of storage. And we have a bathroom, which is pretty large, but it's another one of those rooms that looks older. And we would like to renovate, but it's one of the priciest rooms to renovate, so it might not be for now. Now down the hallway we have the bedroom, which we intentionally keep really minimalist. This is a no-tech zone, and we didn't want to have any TVs or anything in here. The TV is for the living room, but personally I have to say I would like sometimes to watch movies late at night, or sometimes we want to play the Switch, stuff like that. And I don't want to have a TV, but maybe once again a small projector could be a cool idea here. But it's definitely not a priority for now. It's just a sleeping room and nothing more. There's a few things we'd like to change in here. For example, the furniture as well as maybe the bedding. I personally really like the bedding. My girlfriend doesn't so much, but the cats have destroyed it. So by default, she kind of wins this argument. We're going to have to change it. And let me know if you have any kind of cat resistant bedding that you can recommend. That'd be pretty cool. My cats just play on there and it's just torn apart. There were kind of three things we really liked about the bedroom. First was the size. There's a ton of natural light from this big window on the side. And we also have a cool walk-in closet. My girlfriend and I kind of split half and half. And I didn't have that many clothes, but now I do feel this pressure to fill out the walk-in. But it's been cool to have. Now lastly, we have the room that I personally spend the most time in. It's my home office. And for this room, I did do a full makeover of my entire setup. I got a bunch of really cool brands to work with me for this really exciting project. And it'll be my next video, but don't worry, it won't be as long to put out. It will take a few weeks maximum. In terms of design, I really wanted to make this place cozy and play a lot more with contrast, from the dark walnut to the white walls, the dark kind of greenish wall in the back here, which is the same color that we have in the living room. Plus, of course, keeping a ton of plants in here. And this room is a lot bigger, so I wanted to also focus more on the studio aspect of my home office, since now content is such a big part of my everyday life. I'm still waiting a few pieces to tie everything together, but I'm really excited to show you this project. Now, I wanted to share a bit on the numbers and kind of how we got here. My girlfriend and I have been talking about buying a place for a while, and we were expecting it to come in the next kind of 5-ish years. We were definitely not expecting to pull this move at 23 years old. And we got this place for around $400,000, which is a really good price for a 5.5 like this in kind of Montreal area. And so we really just jumped on it as soon as we saw it. For us, the kind of $400,000 range was a comfortable range because it allowed us to have a lot of our flexibility still. We can pay the mortgage without too much stress, have the condo fees, all that, and still have money for all of our other activities. Like, we really enjoy trying nice restaurants. We like to go on dates, have friends over, stuff like that. And we didn't want to be kind of homebound and stressed with a big mortgage. So we decided to keep it a bit more conservative there. And I have to say, there's so many costs when you buy a place. It is crazy. You have to pay the notary, you have all of the taxes. Here we have something called the taxe de bienvenue, which kind of translates to welcome tax. And I don't really know why, but when you buy a place here, you have to pay a huge tax of a few $1,000s. And so yeah, there's a lot of costs, but we're really happy with the move that we made. And we're already thinking ahead in the next 5 or 6 years. We would like to probably buy another place because we're thinking about building a family, and we both really need our home offices. So if we have kids, we kind of have to get more rooms. And the plan would be to rent this space out if we can. And so we'd kind of refinance the condo to buy our next house. And personally, from a content perspective, I'm really happy to have made this move because now I can make content about other things than just kind of office stuff, right? I can do home tech, home design, maybe renovations, and all that really cool stuff. It opens the door to work with a lot of different brands, which I'm really excited for. Now, I really hope you enjoyed this video. It was really fun to make, and I promise you the next ones will come a lot faster. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.